Well, you talk about conservation, and that raises an interesting question because I know wherever you go in the Keys, the sharks and the reef issues. You go up to Isla Morada, they talk about the hump. You can't get fish in. You go up to Jupiter, Florida, they talk about the sharks up there. Is there anything that we can do? Because obviously a lot of the fish that we want to catch are on these reefs, and a lot of these fish are getting bit by sharks.
And they're getting, and yeah.
And now there's a big question and a big maybe controversy, if I may throw that out there, with Western dry rocks and about the permit. A lot of guys are fishing for these permit when they're spawning out there and they're getting nipped by sharks.
Right.
Do you think by chance, just throwing it out there, that should be shut down while these permit are spawning by chance?
I don't. I mean, there's fish have been coming there for as many years as I've been here. I mean, for thousands of years. And it's the same school of fish. It's the same size. The sharks are eating them whether you're catching them or not. They're a little more vulnerable when they get caught.
Right.
But most of the guides now, if they see a shark shows up, they quit fishing them and they'll leave it.
Right.
And, you know, it's just one of our best spots to fish because
they're always there.
Well, not only that, the other fish that we catch, there's yellowtail snapper and mutton snapper in this area. It's just one of those spots that's, you know, it's a go-to spot. So I understand the position of what people feel and, you know, how the permit they're feeling they're getting eaten, but it's the same thing. You hook a fish at Bay of Honda, tarpon.
That was the next question I was going to ask. Do you think
Key West Harbor?
Do you think that those locations might be or should be shut down? Maybe like during the worm hatch when all those fish are in there eating worms, and you got 70 boats running around on top of their heads.
I don't think so. I think fish, you know, it's a public thing, but fishing for everybody. So I don't want to see that. I think there should be some measures to thin the sharks back out. I mean, when long lining was around, we didn't have this problem. Until 6 years ago, we hadn't had a shark problem in Key West other than a few hammerheads showing up. Now it's packs of bull sharks on the tarpon schools, and in the Gulf you catch one snapper and the sharks are there, and they're eating all these fish that aren't hooked too. I mean, they've got to eat something,
right?
And so they're eating a ton of fish because there's more of them. They're taking more of the stock away, so to speak.